Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joshua McDonald and today we are checking out the 2024 Chevrolet Corvette 2LT convertible in the beautiful cacti green color. Guys, stay tuned for the whole video where I take a full look at the inside, outside. We'll go over some numbers and take a look at all the features that this specific Corvette has to offer. But if you guys want the best absolute pricing on any new vehicle, used vehicle, or even a Chevrolet Corvette, check out the link in the description to get the best quote sent to you today. But without further ado, let's go ahead and check out this cacti green Corvette. All right, guys, here she is, the 2024 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray convertible 2LT in cacti green. This one has a lot of cool features on it, so make sure you stay tuned for the whole video so we can take a look at absolutely everything that this beast of a car has to offer. But let's go ahead and start up front on the Chevrolet Corvette. So we have LED accented headlights with running lights around them. Down below here, we have some cooling components in both of the front grills. So you have one to the left and one to the right. You'll also notice we have some cameras up here. So when we're going up to a speed bump or going into our driveways, we can keep a look at our nose and make sure that we're not going to scrape anything. Now let's go ahead and talk about the key. You can lock, unlock, remote start, open up the trunk, and you can let down your convertible top all with the key. There's also a panic button as well. But we can open up this front hood by double tapping that button twice, or there's a little button that's kind of hidden underneath that we can hit. So you see that little button right there? We can press that to open up our frunk. So let's go ahead and take a look and see how much space we have in here. So pretty decent storage for a frunk. Here it is in comparison to my hand. You can definitely fit some luggage inside of here, suitcase, whatever. There's a 12-volt outlet inside of here with a button to escape out of the frunk if you get stuck in it. Now let's go ahead and close it up. It is soft close, so all you have to do is push down on it just like that, and it will close automatically for you. Classic Corvette logo up front. Now this one has the $3,500 Tech Bronze wheels. These things are absolutely gorgeous. They came with all seasons, but we swapped some summer tires on them. Let's take a look at them. So these are forged wheels, straight from GM. Like I said, $3,500 option. These are Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. Absolutely excellent tires. I've driven these on the track and they hook up very, very well. Now, for your size up front, you're gonna have 245, 35 19s, and in the back, you're gonna have a staggered set. So here they are on the rear, 305, 30, 20. So 20-inch wheel in the back and 19-inch wheel up front with a lot more meat back here so you can have traction. So excellent wheel and tire setup on this vehicle. Goes well with the cacti green paint and the tan interior, which we'll take a look at here in a moment. Another cool feature on the Corvette is the mirrors. So the passenger side mirror actually sticks out further than the driver's side mirror, if you can see it right there. So you have visibility in your blind spots, because when you're driving this thing, the blind spot is huge. Of course, the door handle is right underneath. There's a button that you can press to open up the door, and you have some more cooling components on both of these gills on the side to keep that 6.2 liter V8 nice and cool. Now, for this V8 motor, you're gonna have 490 horsepower or 495 horsepower if you have the sport exhaust. This one does not have the Z51 package, so it doesn't have the sport exhaust. So this one's pushing around 490 horsepower, which is still plenty. Now, another cool option we have is the low profile rear spoiler. So as you can see, it's very low profile. It doesn't have the Z51 spoiler that kind of sits up a little bit, or the high wing spoiler. Gives it a nice, classy look. Now we have our Stingray logo here on the back. Vents for the engine, because this is the convertible. I'll go ahead and demonstrate the top and everything once we get closer to moving on the inside. A couple of different exhaust tip options you can get. You can get the chrome exhaust tips, or you can get these, the black exhaust tips. Now, of course, there's parking sensors here in the back, so you don't ding into anything. Backup camera, and there's a little camera right there for your rear view camera mirror, which I will show you as well. Now you can open up the trunk with the key, or you can hit this little button right here to open it up. So every Corvette is designed to fit 2 golf bags inside of it. So you can fit 2 golf bags back here. They made sure of it. So plenty of storage back here. From the factory, we have wheel locks, we have floor mats, we have a bunch of stuff with this cargo net to make sure our cargo isn't flying everywhere. Now, same thing with the front. The trunk closes nice and soft. Just push down like that and it'll automatically close. Beautiful rear end on this vehicle. And let's talk about where we put our gas at. So 93 octane only. Of course, you can go higher octane, but it is a lot more expensive. And let's go ahead and demonstrate this convertible top. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and unlock the vehicle. I'm going to hold down our top button right there, and let's see how this thing functions. So it rolls down all the windows and this will lift up. So can't see your motor, there's only plastic right there, but there is an option to get a glass piece so you can see your motor. Tucks away nice and easy. And look at that, guys, you are good to go. Looks absolutely gorgeous with the top down. But let's hop inside, roll that top back up, and see all the features that we have inside the 2024 Chevrolet Corvette 2LT Stingray. Full power seats on the driver and passenger side. You can adjust your bolstering to be tighter or looser. You can also adjust your lumbar. Now these are the GT2 seats, so we have some carbon fiber accents. Looks absolutely exotic. On the doors here, we have all of our window controls. We can lift up or down our convertible top, and we can raise or lower our little window right here. So that will actually raise and lower with that switch. We can tuck in our mirrors with this button, and we have blind spot monitoring of the mirrors, which is a must, but you only get that in the 2LT and above. So make sure you guys get that. Bose Performance Series audio system, memory seats with 2 different settings and an exit setting, a little bit of storage down here, and some buttons for your front and trunk. This button right here is how you open up the doors, but if your battery dies and you want to escape, you can always pull on these levers as well. Now, let's go ahead and take a seat inside of here. I'm gonna go ahead and flop on down into this thing, and let's start her up. So push button start, and that V8 comes to life. So what I'm gonna do now is let back up my convertible top. So I'm gonna pull up on this switch. It will raise up for me, go right over my head, and close. So you can do this at 25 miles per hour or below, which is nice if you're driving around town and want to put the top up or down on the fly. Now let's go ahead and go over all the interior features that we have. So we have paddles behind the steering wheel. That 6.2 liter V8 is paired to an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. It's an F1 style gearbox, so if you put a manual mode and downshift and upshift, there is no limit on the rev, so you can easily over rev this thing, so you gotta be super careful about that. Break-in period for the motor is about 500 miles. After 500 miles, your tachometer will go all the way up to 6,500 RPM, so you can rev her out. But keep in mind, the break-in period for the transmission is 1,500 miles, so don't beat on her too hard. Cruise control buttons, we also have Z mode. So if we hit the Z mode button, this is a completely customizable mode that we can set on the fly. So let's go over Z mode. You can adjust your steering to be tighter or softer, suspension to be tighter or softer, engine noise to be louder or softer, which is this button right here. You can also increase your engine response. So the gas pedal is going to get a lot more responsive, a lot more touchy with it all the way up, or you can have it kind of more slowed down all the way down. We can also have our brake feel to hard, normal, or soft. So this is a good button to use if you're at a stoplight and a Hellcat pulls up next to you and you want to go ahead and smoke them. You just put in Z mode, turn your launch control on, and you are off to the races. Now, speaking of launch control, you can do it in sport, track, or Z mode. You just put the brake all the way down to the floor it down, and then once you're ready to go, just put your foot off the brake. This does 0 to 60 in about 2.9 seconds with the Z51 package. Really, really fast vehicle. Light controls on the left side of that stock, and windshield controls on the right side. Let's go ahead and get out of Z mode, and let's talk about forward collision. So this has the forward collision system on it. You can adjust it to 3 different lengths, and it works excellently. So this right here will pop up and let you know if you're about to hit something and beep, so you can go ahead and get on the brakes. Now we can scroll up or down through our music, And we can turn our volume up or down. We have a heated steering wheel, hands-free voice commands, call dropping, and we can navigate our center screen going up, down, left, and right. In our center screen, we're going to have our trip tab. So it'll show you your fuel economy, trip distance, all that good stuff. We can also go over to performance. You can go ahead and start a timer from 0 to 60, lap timer, or you can see your G-forces. Audio, maintenance, you can see your engine oil, transmission fluid, transmission filter life, everything you need to know inside your vehicle to keep it up to date and maintained. Got a couple of different options. You can change the tiles to the left, tire pressure, heads-up display rotation, blah, blah, blah. And you can also simplify the display. Another cool thing about this is if you switch in and out of the drive modes with this selected right here, this is technically a hand rest, so you can rest your hand and use the screen, but you can turn it to the left or to the right and you can go through all the different modes. So let's go ahead and talk about those. We have My Mode, which is a completely customizable mode, a little bit different from Z Mode. We have Weather. In My Mode, if you want to adjust it, you can hit that little pencil right there and adjust your braking, steering, suspension, and engine noise. Now we can go over to Tour Mode. Pretty soft driving experience, perfect for the road or highway. Sport Mode, if you want to go ahead and let her rip on some back roads. And Track Mode, which is for the track only. Now with the magnetic suspension in these vehicles, if you get that option, it'll read the road 1,000 times per second and adjust the suspension accordingly. Do not put this vehicle in track mode on the road. The reason being, the suspension gets so stiff that if you hit a pothole, if you hit an obstacle on the road, the roads around here, let's be honest guys, are not as well maintained as a track. So you don't want to put it in track mode so you don't crack your wheels, especially these Tech Bronze wheels, which are $3,500 from the factory. But it also changes your display up here. You can see if we cycle through it, we get some different colors, we get some different layouts. Really, really nice display. Now we have an AC vent for the driver, one big one in the middle, and then we have two for the passenger. This is the button to open up the glove box. Our passenger also has memory seating options, lock and unlock buttons, everything they need to stay nice and comfy. Now speaking of these seats, they are heated and cooled on the driver and passenger side. We can adjust our driver temperature and our passenger temperature with this little stack right here. We can also adjust our fan speed, turn it on or off, tons of different buttons to choose, and everything is centered around the driver. Two different cup holders that we can cover up or open, and center console right here with a USB-C and a USB with a wireless phone charging pad right behind us. We have our traction control button, we have our front camera button so we can see in front of us on the fly, and we have our shifter. So to put it in park, you just push this P. You can also pull up for reverse. Once you go in reverse, it'll show you your backup camera. You can also have a wider view. You can zoom in on the front, or you can have your 3 different views if you don't want to scrape your front lip. Now we have our neutral button, drive, and manual mode. So manual mode will allow you to shift the gears using only the paddles. You can also do it on the fly if you put it in drive and then hit one of these. If you don't make any gear changes for 20 seconds, it'll go back and drive. Let's go ahead and talk about the infotainment system. So inside of here, we have our audio tab, AM, FM, Sirius XM radio, built-in Google Maps. Same thing that you use on your phone, very nice and easy to use. Different phones that we can hook up, Google Assistant, Google Play Store, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and our cameras that I just showed you. We have settings, Wi-Fi hotspot, performance data recorder. So if you guys want to use that, there's a little SD card inside the glove box right here that you can plug in to record all of your track footage. So it's pretty cool. You can have a video overlay showing your speed, G-forces, all that stuff. You can time your laps. You can go through all of your recordings, and you have a settings tab. Super awesome feature right there. Climate, Amazon Alexa, My Chevrolet, podcast, and news. And we have our main screen all the way to the right, which will show you your navigation and audio source. Now, here's our home button. Here's how we turn up or down our volume. And we also do have the heads-up display on this vehicle. So you can adjust the brightness, you can move it up or down, and you can change the layout on this. So there's a few different layouts to choose from. Pick your favorite and roll with it. Now, if you guys aren't a fan of the heads-up display, the good thing is you can do this. You can turn the brightness all the way down, and you will no longer be able to see it. But I like it a lot, so let's turn the brightness all the way up so we can see our heads-up display. Another great feature is this rear view camera mirror. If we're just normally using our rear view mirror, we can't see anything. So let's go ahead and turn this on, point it towards us, and we can adjust our brightness. We can zoom it in or out, and we can also move it down or up. OnStar buttons up here, we have lane keep assist that we can cut on or off, and our hazard buttons. 3 different garage door openers with a makeup mirror for the driver and passenger side. But guys, I think that's it for the inside and outside of this beautiful Chevrolet Corvette. Let's take one last look at the outside of this vehicle and go over some numbers on it. Also, there's your parking brake if you were wondering. Don't really need to use it because as soon as you go and park, you're not going anywhere. But let me know what you guys think of the cacti green color in the comments down below. Do you also like the interior color combination with the bronze wheels? I think this is a gorgeous car. Personally, I wouldn't buy it just because I like different color combos than this one, but that is just me. Also, I feel like every Corvette needs the Z51 package, so I digress. She sure does sound good. So guys, let's see how much she costs. Sorry guys, my mic died. So let's go over this last portion with me. So if we take a look at the window sticker on this vehicle, this is the 2024 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Convertible 2LT, cacti green with the natural interior, 6.2 liter V8, 8-speed dual clutch transmission. Base price is $82,400, so with the options is $94,885. 19 miles per gallon combined, 16 city, 25 highway. And here's the whole window sticker if you guys want to pause the video and take a look at it. But guys, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this beautiful Corvette with me. If you did, make sure you guys leave a like down below. Also consider subscribing for more car content. My name is Joshua McDonald. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.